I've looked at cheap yarn from Temu and done reviews on that. That went down very well. And today I thought we'd have a look at cheap yarn from Amazon. I'm Simon Henry. If you've seen me before, welcome back. And if this is your first visit to us, it's very nice to have you along. So as I was looking through Amazon, as I do, I just flick through every now and then and see what's available. I came across a couple of yarns and yarn makes that I'd not heard of before and also seem quite reasonable. So what do I mean by reasonable or cheap yarn? So I think anything that claims to be a premium or a good quality yarn that's less than £3.50 or so for 100 grams, I'm fairly happy to buy and have a go at. So this is the first one that I came across. This is Lawinia Colorish, 100% acrylic, 100 grams. It's a variegated. I like to use these for things like socks when I'm using it by itself, but also if you're doing Fair Isle, these colours that change really work well as your second colour. So the first thing I noticed, feels really soft. It looks quite nice. Colours are lovely. The colour range on there is fairly big, so there's lots to choose from. So when I took the label off, the first thing it did was literally the whole thing just fell apart. It's so loosely wound, and it made that really difficult to deal with. I don't know why they've wound it so loosely. It's probably to make it feel a bit softer, maybe to make the ball look a bit bigger. I don't know, but there didn't seem to be any reason for that. So I had to kind of gather up all the stuff that fell to bits and sort that out before I started to work with it. But as I started to work with it, I did notice actually how nice it was. It feels lovely. You can see this, even though I'm halfway down the ball, it's still all falling to pieces. So maybe the answer to that is to rewind it. It just seems a bit of a shame, really, that they've done that. If anything would put me off, it would be that. However, when I started to crochet with it, it feels lovely. The stitch definition is really nice. The yarn doesn't split. The colour transitions are really nice. I like the combination of the colours, and this works out, I believe, at about £3.50 for 100 grams. It seems to go quite a long way. So let's have a look and see what the yardage was, if I can see. This is 350 metres for 100 grams, so this is going to go a long way. And it's actually quite nice. I think I would probably buy it again. The only thing, like I've said, that puts me off is the fact, look, I've just picked that ball up and look at all that's just fallen off. That's the only thing that would put me off buying this particular one. So that was Lawinia Colorish, 100 grams, 100% acrylic, £3.50 a ball. If you rewind it, this is falling off already, look. If you rewind it, then I think it's probably worth a go. So the next one I had a look at is this one, Cottoniffy, by UMC Stag, I think it says. It's 100% combed, gassed, mercerized yarn. Mercerized is a heat treatment that they give to yarn that makes it kind of smooth and shiny. This is, let me have a look. I mean, I know it's 100% cotton, 4-ply, it says, even though it's recommending a hook size of 4mm, which is more double knitting really, but it does feel like 4-ply. So I had a little go. I just did a little bit of crocheted lace with it. It works up very nicely. The yarn doesn't split. It stays quite smooth. I would expect it for mercerized to be just ever so slightly shinier than this. It does feel slightly thicker than 4-ply, but it worked up very nicely. It's not terribly smooth when it's worked up. I don't know if I would use it for lace, but certainly, you know, for a cotton jumper, for something for the summer, it would work very well. This is, I believe, was it £2.50 something? I'll put the advert up on the screen. I did feel it was well worth the money. It feels fairly good quality. It didn't pull from the centre of the ball, which, if you've watched my other reviews, you'll know that that's what I would prefer. However, I would go ahead and buy this again, I think. If I was going to use cotton, I'm not a big cotton fan. It's not something that I use very often. But if I was going to use cotton, and especially if I was going to knit with it, rather than crochet, I think I would definitely go for this again. Good value, good quality, well worth the money. So if you enjoyed that very short today review, please like and subscribe. That really does help out the channel. Stay tuned for more yarn reviews. I'm going to have a look next, I think, at some very unusual recycled yarns that I was sent to have a look at. So watch for that coming up. In the meantime, happy yarn smithing, which is my new term. I'm not going to say happy knitting, happy crochet now, because a lot of people do both. So I'm going to say yarn smithing instead. Let's see if we can get that going. When people ask what we do, we can say that we are a yarn smith. It's been lovely to have you along, and love as always. I'll see you very soon.